Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Adam Bergman's Moneymakers. Guys, I put out a video last week saying that Elon Musk bought Twitter. It was a little clickbaity, but not exactly, because he literally bought 9.2% of Twitter. I then said that will get him a seat on the board, and I was right. He was offered a seat on the board, and he actually accepted a seat on the board. But he actually now declined that seat on the board. The CEO of Twitter came out and said, hey, we offered Elon Musk a seat on the board. He's no longer going to be on the board. And you can see that there's a disagreement there, and they're butting heads. It's definitely 100%. It's not that, Elon Musk decided not to, like, oh, no, I wasn't sure about it. Elon Musk is like, nope, I'm not doing this. And there's a reason why he's not doing this. So as per his seat on the board, he had to have less than 15% control of Twitter, which means he could have only bought 14.9%. That was like the parameters. So in the beginning, Elon was probably like, all right, look, I'm going to be part of Twitter. I'm going to be on the board. I'm going to try to influence what's happening and try to make this thing better. Now, Elon's like, okay, these people are a bunch of dumbasses. They're a bunch of suits. There is no possible way that I can work with them. There is no possible way that I can get this done. And I'm trying to revolutionize Twitter. I'm trying to do the same thing that happened to Tesla. So I don't know if you guys know, but Elon was not the founder of Tesla. And now he's considered the founder of Tesla, but he's not. He's the founder of the rebirth of Tesla. He's probably going to be the founder of the rebirth of Twitter now. He's doing a lot of tweets right now. So he's tweeting out that the top, 10 Twitter accounts are barely active. He says that, Justin Bieber only tweeted once over the last year. Taylor Swift only tweeted once. She wasn't been active in the last 3 months, so on and so forth. And he's like, is Twitter dying? And he's actually putting out these tweets because he's so gangster and he don't care about that. So he wants to change what Twitter is doing. Twitter is not figuring out a way to get revenue. So Twitter is not making money. They're not monetizing well. And they had a very long time to do it. They have a problem with hierarchy. As you know, Jack Dorsey left Twitter in order to focus on Block or Square, his other company. And the new Twitter CEO, he is, he's bitter. He's bitter. You can see he's tight. You can see that he's tight and he has a certain agenda. That's a fact. I mean, he openly said it. And the freedom of speech in Twitter sucks. Really, it's not about I hate you, you hate me, hate speech or bigotry or racism. No, not about that, and definitely shouldn't be, or inciting violence. But there is definitely a narrative that's being pushed on Twitter that if you're not part of the it theory, if you're not part of the this is the way it should be, and you go against the grain, well, then you get pushed out, and they keep you quiet. I mean, literally, look what happened to Trump. I don't want to hear nothing. You see what happened. They literally kicked him out. So Elon originally wanted to open up his own media company. He ends up buying into Twitter, and he's like, okay, I could fix this. Well, now he realizes there's no way in heck I can fix this. So he's going to do one of two things. He's going to go hostile takeover right now, where he's going to buy way more than 15%, and he's going to take control of everything. And Twitter, as you know today, is not going to be Twitter in a year from now. He's going to regrow this company. It's going to be profitable, and it's probably going to reach that $100 billion market cap because everything that Elon touches does well. And he has a cult-like following. Elon is literally like a religion, right? You believe in him. I mean, for lack of better words, and I'm not even making things up. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have that feel. And he has multiple billion-dollar companies: PayPal, Tesla, Starlink, Neuralink, SpaceX. All these companies are, multi-billion dollar companies. He's going to do it with Twitter as well. Or a second option that's going to happen is he has the support of people. Not only does he have 80 million followers in Twitter, he does have that cult-like thing, that Messiah, Elon Messiah type thing. And he's probably going to start telling people, hey, why doesn't everybody buy a share? Why don't you buy a share? Why don't you buy a share? And if we all buy a share, we can all vote together with Elon to make changes. So that's another option. So one is the hostile takeover. The other one is to up his amount of shares, but also urge people to buy shares of Twitter so that we can all vote together. So I don't know if you know or not, when you own a share of a company, you have voting rights. So most people don't vote. And what we do is we have an opportunity to give our votes to somebody. We're delegating our ability to vote. We are delegating our voice in the company. Well, if a lot of us start buying up Twitter left and right, and even one or two shares, right? If If 80 million people that follow Elon buy just a share of Twitter, you could understand what's going to happen. So it's going to be remarkable. And now Twitter has a voice of Elon. And you could see all the tweets that Elon's putting out, and they probably told him, Elon, keep quiet. They also mentioned that, Elon has to go through a background check to be on the board. And it's comical. You know Elon Musk. It's like telling Tony Stark of Iron Man, hey, you need a background check because we don't know who you are. Like, come on, man. Elon is probably the most recognizable person in the world right now, including presidents, including leaders of countries. He's definitely by far the richest man. Like, he can literally buy Twitter outright and still have more money than the second richest person, Jeff Bezos. Did you hear what I just said? He can literally buy it 100% outright. So the shares of Twitter is down around 5% right now, and it was up last week, obviously, when there was an announcement of Elon. I think the share price is going to be fluctuating a lot because of what's happening, and I think eventually the share prices are going to do a lot better. I think that this company is going to reach all-time highs, especially when Elon takes over it. Now, I don't think this is a pet project. I don't think it's a pet peeve. I think Elon is going to be 100% pedal to the floor, 100% into it. And he wants to change things. He wants to revolutionize media for open speech, because we don't have that. We truly don't have that. And Twitter is not monetized. Like, it doesn't have a way to make money. It's a huge platform that is dying out. A lot of people are on TikTok like crazy. TikTok is going like mad. People are using Instagram stories. People are using different type of outlets, but Twitter is not doing as well as it should. You essentially have TikTok and you essentially have YouTube. YouTube is for videos because they have a great monetization system, and TikTok, it's like quick videos, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Both platforms are good for completely different things, and Twitter is kind of like in the middle, and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know, like, this way or that way. So I think this is actually a good thing in the long run for Twitter. I think the board members are not used to dealing with somebody like Elon Musk, who's just so much richer than all of them put together. They're usually the richest people in the room. Meanwhile, they're literally broke compared to Elon Musk, and they're probably not used to not being able to push someone around. So they probably wanted to rein him in and control him and say, oh, you can't buy more than 15%, therefore he can never take over the company fully. And Elon was like okay with it, but then he's like, I cannot work with these people. And it's clear as day for Elon now that he must take over the company. It's clear as day that Elon cannot just be a yes and no vote in the corner. He has to have a lot more control about what's happening with Twitter. I think he's definitely going to shave Twitter up. A lot of people are going to get fired. He's definitely going to shake things up. The board is going to get fired. A couple of people that if he does work with them or does get along with them, they're going to stay on the board, and that's what's going to happen. And I think instantly Twitter is going to become boop, boop, boop. The share prices of Twitter is going to go through the roof. If I had some extra money on the side, I promise you I would be buying Twitter right now. Nothing is financial advice. All of this is for purely entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you so much for watching, and I wanted to say thank you so much. We're at 233 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I honestly couldn't do it without you. I have a second channel just for crypto, and I'm telling you, this channel building is a lot easier than that first channel because now I know what I'm doing, and I have you amazing people that are supporting me. Maybe I'll be the next Elon Musk. Thank you. Have a great day.